I'll mute it to make sure.
They did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Click clack pow boys. Make you say wow boys for the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Big game, first name James. He interviewed, he called the games. Silver blue, you know the name from the Emmitt Smith to the Michael Irv. We beating skins, shooting birds. I see a bank and snatch it out of spur. Favorite team on the planet Earth, from Monday nights to Sunday church. DJ putting in the work. I'm tuning in, no need to search. Through thick and thin and good and worse, them Cowboys. Click like pow boys. Make you say wow boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the goddamn, they did it again. How about them Cowboys? Click like pow boys. Make you say wow boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that silver and blue that did it again. Them Cowboys, click like pow boys. Make you say wow boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the goddamn, they did it again. How about them Cowboys? Click like pow boys. Make you say wow boys from the QBs, DTs, LBs, and the Towel boys. You tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that win. Tuning in to the team that silver and blue that did it again.
What up, everybody? What's good? What's going down? I'm back. It's been a long damn time, man. It feel like about 20 years. I ain't been live like 3 days, and it feel like 20 years. But you know what? I'm going to jump on here, and we're going to talk some Cowboy stuff. I brought my homeboy on here. Walt, Chism, what's up with you, dog? Can you hear me?
What up, Big James?
There you go. I was like, there you go, tripping already.
No. We're not gonna have. There's not gonna be any technical difficulties this time. We are on a computer, not a phone.
Okay.
There ain't gonna be no kicking off.
Okay.
None of that.
Because you remember, you remember last year was like, oh, come on, dog.
We were on the phone. I was on the phone. This time, I'm getting that Henderson chicken money. I'm able to.
You got that good buddy now, huh?
Got that Henderson chicken money.
Yeah, I like that. So what's up? I got my boy Walt Chism on here. Let me give a shout out to everybody in the group right now. What's up, Dan Lee? What's up with your big dog? All my members that's in here. Yeah, that song is dope. Appreciate you, Gambino. That's my son. Go check him out. He got his new hot album called White Nigga Black Cracker. Yeah, I know. Don't worry about the title. It's a good album. Yeah, white nigga Black Cracker.
Oh, God.
I'm telling you. You need to go. My son got some time. You better go check that out, man. But let me give a shout out to some of my peoples in here. Sheila Neal, what's up? Oh, Sheila. Stephen Rasco.
Let me love you to the morning.
You feel me? Stephen Arthur, what's good with your dog? Ready? Red, what's up with your big dog? Clay Cup. Boo Thing, of course. Eastside Harold, where you at? What's up? Mike Meticulous Details Podcast. Yo, what up with y'all? Keep on getting in here. Keep on liking and sharing, and we're going to have a good time talking about some Cowboys football. So, man.
Now, before you start, tell me, how do I find you on YouTube? Do I just type in Big Game James?
No, type in Silver and Blue Nation and put in that little and symbol. Don't put in and, put in the and symbol. You'll see Silver and Blue Nation. It'll come up and you'll see us live and you can share it.
I'm about to share it now.
Share the hell out of that.
Like it's nothing.
Shout out to while you doing all that, shout out to my boo thing. Just remind me. Shout out to all the 2020 seniors out there. Shout out to her son, my son, Tyler Saunders. Congratulations to you for graduating. It's not an easy thing graduating out of high school. Shout out to my son. He'll be doing his graduation thing next week. kind of messed up that they couldn't do their thing because of this COVID thing, but still shout outs to my boys. Both my boys graduated. Her son graduates. A big thing. A lot of people don't graduate. So, big things coming for both of them, and we just give you salutes for grinding and getting through, and salutes to you. So salutes to Tyler Saunders and my son, Jamon Yates. All right. So.
Now, how the hell do I share this thing? Oh, there we go.
See, there you go. Yeah. Oh, dog. I thought you was up on 2020, man.
I got to be honest with you, man. I didn't get into social media until like 2016, and it took them forever to teach me.
Well, see, then we must be birds of a feather that flock together, because I don't know shit sometimes about this stuff. I got it. Hey, when I went to media school, that's when I found out that, Walt, dog, it was 2012, and I still had a flipper phone. So you feel me? I didn't upgrade until I started working at T-Mobile. My manager was like, dude, you're not going to be up working at this job with a flip phone. Like, you not going to do it. And I was like, I don't care. Like, I'll use one of them burner phones. He's like, no, you're going to get a real phone if you're going to sell here. So I got into the technology. I still don't know it all, but I'm getting some help along the way. You feel me? So
still trying to rock that jitterbug, huh?
Yeah, I'm still trying to rock that jitterbug. You know how it is. What up, Flora Purr? Yay, what's up with y'all? Let's get the donation pop in. Let's go, Law. I got bills. And also, y'all out here, did y'all see, before we jump in here, Walt, did y'all see my guy posted the link? He got his helmet, his hat, Mr. Nino. I posted on the page. He got his fly hat. That hat is fly as hell. I'm going to get my own damn self. I sent him this hat. I was supposed to get him a hat kind of like mine, but they didn't have any fitted, so I got him, the snapback, and that joker is official. So you go out there and check it out. Big things coming. Big hat, nice hat. Trevor Diggs jerseys coming off this month, and we're just going to have a good time. So make sure if you're trying to be a member, get on that membership, and, get them donations popping, y'all, because I'm trying to get this new mixer board from my sound system, and I need help. So if y'all want to contribute so I can get this mixer so I can do more drops and things of that nature, get on board and drop it now. But anyway, come on, dog. Let's talk some Cowboys football, man.
Not to rub dirt in it, but I have purchased me one of those here recently.
Yeah, go ahead and rub. And guess what? Didn't it change the game?
Yeah, yes. I'm not on it right now, but I got it for when I want to go do shows on the road or whatever. Got my own equipment.
You feel me? And it's a whole lot better thing when you can do that, and you feel like, oh man, I ain't stuck. I don't worry about my volumes and all that stuff. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. So if y'all want to go ahead and start the contribution today. Today's the day you contribute to it. All right. So let's talk football, big dog. Cowboys. Well, you in Texas, I'm in Ohio. So tell me about, they just had the thing with Roger Goodell. They're going to open up the facilities on the 19th, Tuesday. You out there in Texas, what's the vibe like out there?
First off, I may be wanting to give the NFL a big middle finger for this whole wanting to hire a minority deal. We'll get on that later.
Yeah, we definitely go. Yeah, that's going to be the next right after that.
From even before all that came out, it's been announced probably that training camp is in Oxnard, California.
Is it still going to be in Oxnard?
There has been rumors going around here that it might be at Frisco this year.
That's what I was hearing, that it wasn't going to be out in California because of that travel, and they were still worried about, the COVID and things. And people in California, they don't listen to nothing, and they already been out there kicking it. So I really don't want to go out around no folks.
3 more months.
Exactly. So, yeah, I was thinking it's going to be out in Frisco, which that's cool. I mean, do you think it'll just be a one-time thing, but do you think if they come out there this year, they'll get real familiar and be like, okay, well, we just stay out here and we ain't going out to Cali no more?
I think that could be a possibility. A lot of things are about to change when it comes to sports and how things are done now.
Okay. So what's the vibe out there in Dallas? Because, I mean, I'm going to keep it real. Me and you had just talked that, hey, hold on. Now, I'm going to tell you, Walt, when you hear me saying, hey, ho, $2, $3 holler, that's how we do it here. So don't just be like, damn, what the hell you talking about?
We got a $2 donation.
$2 holler, dog, from my dog, Floyd Perrier. Keep them popping, y'all. Don't stop with just Floyd, because Floyd went nutty last time, didn't he, boo thing? Floyd went nutty as hell. Dan Lee, I see you in here. Where you at?
Shout out to Floyd.
That's my dog, Floyd. And all his family being there. Last feed I had, dog, he had all his kids in the feed. That makes you feel like you're really doing things. You feel what I'm saying? When you got all the kids in there listening to you.
Yeah, I noticed that you've been making some big waves down here in Dallas with some of the interviews you've been doing. You've been all over 105.3 The Fan.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have Choppy on here. RJ Choppy's gonna be on here in like
God. I would like to apologize now for
Go ahead.
what you're about to experience with RJ Choppy.
Tell me about RJ ahead of time.
Okay, so this is a guy that thinks cardio is ridiculous. He says you can't flex cardio.
What?
Yeah, so he's a work on his calves guy, but he was like, it's crazy to run because you can't flex cardio. That's RJ Choppyism.
Well, you know what? We're gonna have him on 15, 20 minutes, and I'm just gonna attack him with Dak because he loved being like the Dak antagonist.
Now I resent that because he was big when on getting Dak. He was a big Dak Prescott guy. I don't know if he's turned his back. I know that
It sound like he's been turning his back.
Yeah, I don't know about the Sean Sharif guy. You know, I used to know this guy. You know, then he got a kid on the way, and he just turned his back on Cowboys Nation. Well, but I love Sean Sharif to death. Like Sean Sharif has helped me out and given me so much in my career.
Well, I know you've been doing your thing over there. You know what I'm saying? Before, hey, we're gonna talk about the minor thing, but tell them what you got going on with that Best for Business, because you've been breaking it down, and I told you I want Patrick Creighton on here, and you better get him.
Yeah. I actually talked to PC Friday. We're working on a project too. Keep your ears open relating to that in post game this year.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely. Are you still gonna work with Hatcher too? Y'all all gonna do that podcast?
Yep. It's we're all getting something.
Let them know about it. Start talking about it. Let them know what these people out here.
Well, we still waiting to get some stuff in order. You know, we still gotta meet with the right people. We already met with some people, but we're getting something in the works going here. There could be possible something big coming for a post game this year.
Okay, well, I'm definitely going to tune in for that. I know you had him on the show not too long ago. How was that? How was that? Because I didn't get to hear the whole thing. What in that interview with Hatcher and Creighton? What kind of stood out to you in that interview?
Well, I can tell you this: there was a lot of alcohol passed around the building, and if you go actually on the Facebook Best for Business page.
Mm-hmm.
If you like it and go on there, it's the one that's pinned on there. Actually, it's pinned on the Twitter account too. At It Is Business. When you go to the page, it's right there. Mm-hmm. It's us sitting down with Patrick Creighton, just Hatcher, and then on my group page on Facebook, Best for Business, it's there too. We had him on and we talked about, of course, Dak Prescott. I think at that time we were talking about that stooge Emmitt Smith wanting to be an errand boy for the Cowboys at the point in time, speaking on Dak Prescott's money. And we touched that. And we also touched about an issue that I have with people on my show think that I don't like Julio Jones, and that's just not the case. I actually like Julio Jones, think he's a fine receiver, but the problem I have with Julio is that he doesn't get in the end zone. Mm-hmm. And I believe that, the argument on the show is that you can have as many yards as you want, but I only care about touchdowns. I don't care how many passes you caught, how many yards. If you caught 10 passes and didn't score a touchdown, I can't do anything for you.
Right.
I don't know if you watched the show, but Shannon Sharp, he has his restaurant or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I opened up a lounge this past season. It was called Dubs. Mm-hmm. And what it is, if you get a dub, you come to the lounge and we have a special for you for said team or said player who balled out. And, Dak Prescott came through there a couple times. But with Dak, he has unlimited he can come through anytime. Dub Ariel, he comes through. LeBron James, another guy, he frequents the lounge. But, the basis of the lounge is you get the special if you were in the game and you scored a touchdown. Mm-hmm. So, Jason Witten is a prime example of somebody who everybody loves. And, he only came to my lounge 3 times last year.
Well, you know why?
Because he only scored 3 touchdowns.
Exactly.
So a lot of people have a problem with that. You don't like Jason Witten? Like, no, Jason Witten just didn't. He only gave me 3 touchdowns last season, and that's not good enough to, get you a special in the lounge every week.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real. I love Jason Witten, but I ain't want him back this year.
You didn't?
No, I was very vocal on that, and people were killing me. Like when he came back last year, I made a video instantly when he said, I'm coming out of retirement, coming out of Cowboys. I said, hell no, I don't want him back. You know what I'm saying? No, your time is done, dog. And that's all the stuff when we had Jesse Holly on the show just breaking it down about Garrett loving his guys, you know what I'm saying, and Jason Witten coming back. That was one of his guys. And all that foolery when they were talking about Jason Witten only playing 20% of the damn snaps. No. You could have had more with Blake Jarwin. Yeah, we're going to see Blake Jarwin this year, but we could have saw more Blake Jarwin last year, dog. And I just think Witten didn't do nothing for Dallas last year. Nothing at all.
No, I was trying to figure out. I thought he was the leader of the locker room, but I was trying to figure out why Michael Bennett was the one firing the team that was that.
You get what I'm saying?
But that's neither here nor there. You know, I don't know why I brought that up, but I just thought I just needed to throw it out there.
I'm just saying.
Why Jason Witten was supposed to be the guy, the locker room leader, and the guy who they bought back for that reason, but yet, you know.
Dog, wasn't nobody listening. Man, listen, ain't nobody listening to him no more. It's about production, and you know that, Walt. And if you see a Michael Bennett that can still produce, nobody, dog, I'm not hating on Jason Witten, but, bro, you ain't not producing. If you're not producing like that, them young boys ain't going to keep listening to you. And the mid players that been there and seen you ain't out there catching balls and doing anything dynamic. So you screaming on the sidelines, that falling on deaf ears, in my opinion.
It did at that time because for what Michael Bennett had already fired the team up the week before.
That's what I'm saying.
What are you gonna come behind and say? You should have did it with Michael Bennett. When Michael Bennett stood up and firing the team up, Jason Witten should have been like, I think Michael Irvin even said it. Said, had I been in the locker room and he stood up and said that, I'd have told him, man, sit down. I got this. This is my seat, my locker room. I got this. And I was like, that should have been the notion from a guy like Jason Witten. But, you know.
But like I said,
we see how that ended. He's a Raider now, right?
That's what I'm saying, though. But like I said, you can have that voice all you want to and all that leadership and been there 20 damn years. But if you ain't producing, dog, ain't nobody listening. I'm gonna keep it. It's this real. That's the way the reality is. If you ain't producing on that field, you can talk up and down and scream and loud all that one. But if you ain't doing nothing, especially these young players, they ain't listening to that crap no more, dog. It's your time. And like I said, that shouldn't have never happened. But it is what it is. It's happened. He's over at the Raiders, and I'm not saying I'm glad you're going. But I am glad it's time for Blake Jarwin. I want to see him get work this year.
Yeah, go Raiders or whatever, I guess.
Now, let me hit. Now, a lot of people have been asking while we've been in the feed. Some people have been asking, Flor Paye, Ready Red. They've been asking about Patrick Creighton with that drop. Everybody been coming at me like, what's up with Patrick Creighton that drop? Did he talk about that? I mean, because I know he probably getting tired of hearing that shit.
We don't bring that up. I don't. And somebody's gonna say, "Oh, it's because you're scared of Patrick Creighton." No, me and Patrick have a great relationship, but I just don't believe that. Some people say that's what lost him the game. Mm-hmm. I don't believe it was. There were other things that led up to it, but you know, the thing I like to talk about whenever he's around is my favorite Monday Night Football game with him, Romo, and Terrell Owens against the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah,
Romo threw like 5 interceptions, and
right.
All of a sudden, they came back and they won the game by a field goal from Folk.
Yeah, I mean that was
that's probably the greatest Cowboy game and the greatest Monday night game ever in history to me.
To you, yeah, but I mean I posted that video on my thing because I watched that game when it happened. I was watching that Monday night game, and I remember, I remember my kids was up that night, and usually they go to bed, but they stayed up that night with me. And my ex-wife at the time, she don't really watch football, but she just happened to stay up, and we were all sitting on that damn seat when Nick Folk kicked the first one.
That was a cheat. Yeah.
He kicked the first one. We were screaming, and they was like, they called a timeout. I said, oh, hell no. I said, hell no. He ain't going to make 2 in a row, not no 40-something yarders. When he kicked that again, dog, we was jumping up and screaming up and down. I ran out the house, dog. That was a crazy game just because 5 interceptions, how it came out, how it played out, and even getting that last catch by, I think, like Owens getting the first down when they got the onside kick, just how all that shit happened, that game was nutty.
Yeah, especially I think the sense is where we like, do you remember what was said? They don't remember. I was like, do you remember what was even said in the halftime? Or because because like after halftime, you guys came out balling.
Right.
T.O. was balling. Creighton caught a couple. I think Creighton scored a touchdown in that one. I know T.O. did.
So what did he say that they talked in the locker room? What happened at the locker room?
He said he said he couldn't remember what it was or what anybody said, but he was like, he said we just remember coming back on the field, and for some reason everything just clicked.
Yeah, it was crazy because I was just sitting there thinking, hell no, you can't throw this many damn interceptions in the game and come back and win. But
it was like 5. It was 5 or 6.
Yeah, it was 5. I think he threw like 4 in the first half, if I'm not mistaken, like in the first couple quarters.
They scored, and then after that, it was like he just went to craps, I think.
Yeah.
And he was interception, and then after halftime, oh man, I don't know what was said or what happened, but boy, they came out on fire.
Yeah, it was, and that was a beautiful thing for them coming back. So, all right, man. You want to talk about this minority thing, dog? Because I seen that come out, and I got the article right here. I'm going to switch to it right now. About this minority article kind of threw me off, and if you're in the feed, this ain't about no racist stuff, or don't be like, nobody playing no damn race card, but this is reality. You got the NFL that they basically want to redo this Rooney Rule because they're feeling like there's not enough black head coaches and not enough black GMs, because I think it shows here right now, I think there's 4 minority head coaches and 2 GMs. Now, from what it's saying right here, under the proposed new rule, if they get a minority coach, they can climb up 6 spots in the 3rd round of the draft. And if you get,
that is pathetic.
I know,
that's the part that pisses me off.
Yeah, and if you move up 10 spots in the second, and if you hire a minority GM, I don't know, bro. Like, I ain't feeling that, because I I don't know what to say about that. Like, that's just crazy to me that people are not.
I'm almost ready to be done with the NFL after seeing it.
I mean, that's crazy that. People are not going to – I mean, you're not hiring people because of their qualifications. You're hiring people because you want to move up in the damn draft.
Not even that. You're using black people as a bargaining chip.
Yeah.
To say, oh, well, if you want to have a better position in the third round of the draft, like, that sounds like a dumbass Goodell idea. That sounds like he thought that was a good idea. Yeah, let's go on with that. Let's try it.
So, I mean, give me your more full thoughts on it. I mean, when you heard it come out, I mean, and then you read about it, I mean.
See, my problem stemmed from back when, before Mike McCarthy got, I don't know if this is reported up there.
You froze on me. I think he froze on me. I think he's going to come back. We'll wait till he comes back. I knew this was going to happen, so we're just going to wait till he comes back right quick. But my thoughts on it before he calls back in, which he will, because probably that damn internet, whatever. But, when I heard about this issue with the minority, and I'm going to talk to you guys about it, that kind of just really threw me off. Like I said, I ain't want to try to pull no race card or anything of that nature. I'm not about that race card, but to me, this right here is just like, I don't understand the motivation of this, because you're saying, you know what, we want to get more minority coaches and GMs in, and I get that. But to sit there and say, well, you know what, if you get a minority coach, you'll move up 6 spots. If you get a GM, yeah, he's coming back in. If you get a GM, you'll move up 10 spots in a certain round. I mean, I don't think that's a good principle, because, like I said, people aren't going to sit there and draft or going to say, well, let's hire this minority coach because we think he's really good. They're going to say, you know what, we might want to get this player. We might want to move up spots. We like this dude, and now you're just using it. You're not doing it. I don't think that's ethically right, because that just doesn't make sense to me. Let me see this wall right here. Is you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, cool. There
Sorry
you go.
About that. I don't know what happened. It just kicked me out.
You good. Sometimes.
Am I back on the screen?
Yeah, but make your head, half your head cut off.
Half my head is cut off?
Yeah. Move your thing up so I can see. There you go, right there. Yep, okay, right there. That's perfect right there. So we was in here right now. I'm listening to some of the people talk about it right now. Peter DeLeo says, having bribed executives into hiring coaches of color is pathetic. Yes. Manipulating the draft. Ready Red says, BGJ, they're just trying to justify why they're not giving true opportunities. The Lunatic says, think $1 million salary cap increase for a minority idea is a better idea. What do you think about that?
So what I was getting ready to tell was the story was before Mike McCarthy got hired. I don't know if it was reported where you're at about Marvin Lewis coming in.
Yeah, we know why.
Yeah, right. So here on radio, it was just oh, hey, don't worry about him. He just came in for Rooney Rule. He's not going to really get a job. And I'm like, wait, what? No, it's just Rooney Rule. Don't worry about it. I'm like, what do you mean? Don't worry about it. You going to tell me you just brought him in here just to appease people so they could say he had a fair opportunity, and then you knew from the get-go before you invited him here he wasn't going to get a job? What was the point? It's Rooney Rule. Rooney Rule. And I'm like, who gives a fuck about Rooney Rule? You basically just embarrassed him by saying, hey, Marvin Lewis, yeah, we want to hear what you had to say, but at the end of the day, you're not going to get the job.
Right.
But you bought him to the Star. You did all that for nothing.
I mean, but they're doing it all the way around. It ain't just Dallas. They're all doing that. I mean, a lot of the teams are just bringing them in just to save face so they could say, hey, we brought a minority in. We knew we weren't going to hire him from day one, A1, but we just brought him in to save face. We brought this guy in. But guess what? I mean, you knew it. As soon as they were talking about Marvin Lewis and they brought up his name, I know Dallas instantly, and I'm not dogging anybody on Dallas, but I knew instantly when Marvin Lewis came front, they already had their idea. We're hiring McCarthy. They already knew they were hiring Mike McCarthy that's why they threw Marvin Lewis out there quickly to get it done and over with.
Well, Mike McCarthy had already told on himself. I don't know if you remember in the press conference, he made the comment, well, back in August, I was back on a boat. You remember?
I remember him saying that.
Yeah, he said, well, I was back on a boat back in August or whatever. Remember who bought a yacht that past summer?
Huh.
That would have been one Mr. Jerry Jones. So they already knew they were hiring Mike McCarthy from the get-go. They've been knowing since August of last season that they were hiring him.
Do you think this thing that they're because I think they still have to vote on this, correct? This rule?
Yeah, anybody that votes on them, votes for that is an ass clown.
Yeah, if this passes, this is crazy.
The fact that they even having a meeting to vote for that, if anybody shows up to that tells you. I hope they showing up to tell Goodell about himself.
I mean, Goodell's whack as fuck, and we all know that. You know what I'm saying? We know. But like you said, I think it had to be his idea, so he could just try to make it look better. But this makes you look worse, bro. This don't make you look better. This makes you look even more terrible. That this would even be brought up that you're going to say hire a minority coach and we'll give you can move up 6 spots. What the hell does that even sound like?
I want to know who came up with the idea, and I want to know in Goodell's head or whoever the press person is, who thought it was okay to go forward with this. I want to meet that person. That's the person I want to meet.
That's the person you want to meet?
That's the person I want to meet.
So what do you think is going to happen? Do you think it'll pass?
I hope nothing. I hope they come out and say, no, that's not what we said. I hope they just lie and say that's not what we said. We didn't. That's not what we meant, or that's not what we're trying to do. It was misunderstood. I hope that's what they come out and say.
So what would you have any kind of, what would be your thought is the best way to try to get more minorities hired as NFL coaches or GMs? What's the better way to do it?
We could try just giving them all a fair opportunity when they
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, Walt. You know that.
Well, then
I mean, because they're not going to do that, dog. It's 2020, and look at college football. Look at college football. I think the percentage is only like 1%. NFL is the same thing. So if they don't implement some kind of thing, it's going to stay the same thing because that Rooney Rule, we know Rooney, I believe he had the real purpose in his heart to make this right. As far as that's why he created the Rooney Rule. But other people were just like, yeah, whatever. So it's basically, and now once he died, they were kind of pushing it when he was alive, but once he died, it's kind of like they were like, okay, he dead, we ain't got to worry about it no more, and we'll just go back to the old way that we were doing it. What is some way that they can implement to make this action happen? Because they're not listening to this Rooney Rule.
The fact that you have to have a rule to hire black people or minorities is another problem in itself too. That's one. Number two, it's going to take players and people like us to do something about it for it to change, but we're not, because we're still going to tune in on Sunday to watch NFL football.
Yeah, I mean, so if you said the players, would they had to do something as far as when the CBA was coming through, do it then?
They could just all black players could come out and say, we're not playing football unless you.
That ain't happening. That ain't happening.
I know exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is what should be done.
Right.
That's what should be done.
Right.
What will be done is nothing.
Yeah, so I just feel like it's just going to stay the same and ain't nothing going to change. And the only way it can be implemented is if they try to do something like this, which I'm not saying is right, but I'm not saying it's even right for them to even think about doing it. But I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way is the best way to start making this happen, because at the end of the day, the disparity around coaches and GMs, minorities, is just crazy. And it's like, it's 2020. That should have to stop now. You can't sit there and say minorities can't coach as well.
I'll tell you what. If you get Patrick Creighton on, ask him about the last CBA he was a part of. Let him tell you that story.
Let him tell me it was crazy.
Now he's going to tell you that he didn't agree to that.
Oh, really?
And they said, remember they said all the players agreed to it.
Yes.
And he's going to tell you the story about how he didn't agree to it.
So there's a lot of little shenanigans that go on behind the shield that we don't even know about. We probably don't want to know about. You probably be like, oh, hell no. If we really knew, just like we knew about the government, that everything going, we probably tripped the hell out.
Yeah. That's very true. They I can't remember who it was who said don't ever meet your heroes.
Why is that?
Because they're not going to be what you think they are. They always let you down. People say like meet Michael Jordan. Everybody tell you Michael Jordan's a jerk.
Mm-hmm. Have you met him?
No, I haven't. Prime example here in Dallas, Emmitt Smith's a jerk.
That's what I've been hearing, but I heard Troy Aikman was more of a jerk than all of them.
I don't know. I haven't met Troy Aikman. Emmitt Smith is a jackass.
Why?
He's just one of those people that if you're not talking about Emmitt, he don't want to listen to you.
Oh, really? So is he like that, like in your face like that, or is he just like in with the cameras?
Oh yeah, you don't try to come up to him and talk to him or touch him. He ain't going for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't even try it.
He'll just. So is he rude with it?
Oh yeah, he don't care.
Really?
Yeah, he don't care.
That's funny, but you know what? It's these people that pump him up though. You know what I'm saying? If the people didn't pump him up like that, they wouldn't act like that though.
Emmitt Smith can do no wrong. Can do no wrong here. Oh no, he's not like that. They'll tell you that in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. Michael Irvin, dopest person ever been around. Him and Jay Novacek.
Now Jay Novacek, he seems super cool. I want to get him on an interview. Jay Novacek seemed like he'd be a great interview.
I almost bought a Labradoodle from him and his wife. He said he breeds Labradoodles, and I almost bought one.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
So have you got? Why ain't you got Michael on the show then?
No. Michael costs. Michael's gonna cost you a pretty.
That's crazy. I know the game.
But before Corona hit, I think it was the Pelicans game. I got a picture with him and Dez because they were both at the Maverick game that night back there in the back. We were getting ready to go interview Dez already, and then Michael Irvin comes walking up and he yells Dez, and we turn around and it's Michael freaking Irvin.
Yeah, man. Michael seems like he's a down to earth, cool dude. You know what I'm saying? If you look around like all the stars. Troy Aikman looked like kind of standoffish to me just from me afar. I thought you opened my eyes with Emmitt Smith because I thought he was more of the guy that would be more, but I guess I've heard some other things, but I'm like, I don't know about that. But I hear from you, and you talk to a lot of these guys around here. This is kind of crazy. If, like I said, if he's
I watched Michael Irvin do a show on 105.3 called the G-Bag Nation, which is where I got my start at. Mm-hmm. I watched him. They were at a place called the Men's Tea Clinic. Mm-hmm. I watched Michael Irvin come in there, do an interview, and walk out of the building. And as he walked out of the building, he signed every person's autograph before he got in his truck.
Really?
Every piece of memorabilia they had out there. He signed everybody's autograph.
Really? See?
Yep.
See, I wish I ain't got the bread to bring you on, Michael. So maybe one day I can get my money right and get you on, because I know when we was doing these appearances, like when we had my guy does the Cowboys experience for the games, and when you get those players into these the little shows and doing autographs, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have a clue. But when I heard some of them prices for some of them players to come, whoa.
Yeah. I'm the biggest Deion Sanders fan. Like, you can't tell me anything about Deion Sanders, but everybody says he's not a good guy, but I bet it. It's prime time. He's one of those people to me that he can get away with it.
Okay, I got you.
I believe Deion Sanders, we would not have won that last Super Bowl if it wasn't for Deion Sanders.
195?
Yeah,
I agree too because they had to go get him after '94 with that. Well, and plus you have Barry Switzer, bro. Come on.
And not to mention, and I don't know if people remember this. If you're young enough, if you're old enough to remember, Deion Sanders used to line up as receiver when that year too.
Dog,
he played receiver on some plays.
Dog, I was watching my Cowboys in the '70s. I know all about that.
No, I'm just saying. I'm speaking to your audience, not.
Oh, okay.
The young crowd that don't know, they think Deion Sanders was just on defense. No, they would line Deion Sanders up as a receiver too.
Yeah, I mean,
he would play both ends of the field.
I mean, I remember that. Let me give a few shout-outs to my homie Floyd Perrier. Hey ho for the $11 holly, says Will McClay for GM. It'll never happen. We that's only wishful think. We love that. The lunatic with the $5 holla.
Never get a GM.
Hell no. Love all the interviews. Still replaying Kavanaugh and Jesse Holly. We appreciate that one because those were dope, and I appreciate my members for contributing. Anybody else, y'all can still contribute right now because I got my boy Walt Chism on. But Walt, first of all, you said
I play Call of Duty with Jeff Kavanaugh all the time.
Jeff is cool as hell, but your boy G-Bag played me off. But that's all right.
What do you mean?
I got in his inbox, dog, and I know he read it. He read it, and I was like, hey, bro, like, you know, let's see if you want to come on one time. He ain't even hit me back, but it's cool. I ain't got no beef with you, G-Bag.
Who's that? Who exactly?
Huh?
Who you talking about exactly?
G-Bag, Gavin.
Oh, Gavin Dawson?
Yeah.
Dude, I am the key to Gavin Dawson. That's my best friend.
I know he is. I know he is, but I was about to be like, that's why I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah, he doesn't. It's not that he's very standoff and skeptical about that. Like I was surprised when he did my show.
Oh,
but
word.
It's because of Gavin Dawson that I'm even here today.
I know I seen you mention, and that's when I holler. I mean, I friend request him, he hit me back. I understand these guys out there. They're like, who the hell are you? I ain't jumping on your show. You could be whack as hell. But
It's not like that. I don't think I've ever heard him do another outside interview besides that.
Oh, word.
Besides mine.
Oh, word.
I don't think he's ever. I'm being honest with you.
Word. Well, I'm gonna crack that nut then.
I have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do for him.
Yeah, you said that with Brianna too.
Yeah, you got Miss Brianna G on, didn't you?
I know. Yeah, you're right. I'm just messing with you, dog. You know I'm messing with you. All right, man.
You want Creighton? I'm gonna get you Creighton.
Man,
too,
I want Creighton, dog. I want Creighton. I like Hatcher too, dog. I can't front. I like Hatcher, but I want Patrick Creighton because I
better be ready for Jason Hatcher.
Hatcher don't. That's what I'm saying. Hatcher don't play around. Matter of fact, let's just talk because I'm about to jump on Dak Prescott, dog. But all right, we had two people I brought in right on the interview. I had Philip Tanner on right, and
you know what?
Did you read that? Did you watch that?
Philip Tanner. Philip Tanner. The first year Dak. Matter of fact, the first game of that season, the 13-3 season.
Mm-hmm.
He did post game. Philip Tanner did post game with us.
Really?
Yes, he did a post game show with me and my buddy Mays. The We Hate Cena guy. He sits front row with a We Hate Cena shirt on. But he did a show with us for Cowboys post game show. I do know Philip Tanner very well.
Philip's cool as hell. Good guy.
He is very
real good guy. But it's interesting because when we had him on, we had two different perspectives. We had Jesse Holly on, and we had Philip Tanner. Philip Tanner was assistant coach, special teams coach for 2 years, and it seemed like, this is my opinion, that he was really not saying he wasn't going to dog anything about Garrett, but he's not going to say anything about anybody in a negative light. He's always going to uplift and not say, and I appreciate that. You get what I'm saying? But,
yeah,
you know, he was saying that, you know, Garrett guys, right? And Jesse Holly came on there and said, man, I don't give a hell what the hell was going on. Wasn't nobody listening to no Jason Garrett in there no more, this and this and this and this. Okay. Then we hear about Dak. I heard Philip and Jesse, you know, when they were talking about who was the leader between, and not dissing anybody, but who was more of the leader, Romo or Dak in the locker room. Okay. Philip said he felt like Dak was more of the, not disrespecting Romo, but he felt like Dak was more of a leader in the locker room than Romo. And when I heard Hatcher and Creighton, they went in on Romo. But Tanner did say
that on my show? Was that on my show?
I don't think it was your show. They had talked about it before, and then they came on your show after. But they were going in.
Hatcher goes in on
Hatcher. Yes, it was mainly Hatcher. Hatcher went in on Romo. Like
yes, okay. So what you're talking about? He was on the Ben and Skin show when he did that.
Okay, because he went in on him, dog.
Yeah.
And basically, and what he was saying was, and what Tanner was saying as well, that Tanner was like, you know what, I wasn't feeling when Jason Garrett was going to the games and Romo was with him, or DeMarco Murray. You know, if you're going to bring everybody, you bring everybody. If you're going to go to a game, everybody got to go. If you're going to do something, every player got to go. You can't have certain players this and this and this. So
I'll peel back the curtain on that because we talked about that. And Hatcher says that a lot of resentment was towards Tony Romo because Tony Romo, you know, would be upstairs in the suite or whatever with the Joneses while everybody else is downstairs.
Really? Now how often was that?
He said all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
So
they had a problem with that.
So was it just like I mean, when was it? Was it just like just regular kicking it after practice? Like how was it?
Just period. He's like, you know, if we go do something, you know, he upstairs in the suite while we downstairs.
Really?
He's like you can't connect with the players like that if you up top.
I mean, and then so is Garrett to blame on that? Is that Jerry thing?
That's more of a Jerryism, and I guess they look at it as a Tony Romo deal. But you know, I'm gonna if Patrick Creighton can agree, I'm gonna get him to tell you the story about the Terrell Owens in the locker room when he said that Romo and Witten were, you know, in the corner doing plays together. I'm gonna let Patrick Creighton tell the story on that. I'm gonna let Patrick tell the story on that.
Okay, you better give me.
Confirm that.
Okay,
you
get confirm it. You get him on my damn show, and because I'm coming after that one right there. I'm coming, dog. I'm coming. You know they were.
I'm gonna let him confirm everything.
Yeah, man.
I know the story. He's told it on my show, but I want him to come on here and tell your audience.
Wow.
Because I would be robbing your audience if it came from me.
Right.
It wouldn't probably seem as fun as it would if he comes on the show and does.
No, he coming. No, we ain't doing ifs. We ain't doing no ifs. We do it. He coming on the show. So you make that captain. So because you done opened the door and said I'm gonna let Patrick tell you that. So after you said that, he already on the show. So go ahead and do it. Lock it in, load it. All right. So what's your thoughts on this situation with Dak? I heard you on your damn Facebook talking about it all the time about Dak and this contract thing. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I don't know if you know this. I'm an advocate, so you know I have to look out for.
I know just
I represent the players out here. I'm not an organizational guy. I'm a guy who wants to make sure that I want to make sure that, you know, guys get their fair share. You know, when it was Zeke's time to get paid, I made sure he got his just due. Dez Bryant, when he was getting paid, I got that contract done. I just do a lot of things for players.
Yeah, you do it. Yeah.
And so Dak is up next. You know, I don't feel like, you know, even, you know, I'm a barber too in my spare time. You know, every day I go to work, you know, I have to get beat down with Dak doesn't deserve. People just walk by me. You know, your boy don't deserve the money he's trying to get, right? And I'm like, well, why doesn't he? He ain't done nothing. He ain't won nothing. I'm like, okay. I mean, he's got most wins behind Tom Brady since 2016. Rookie of the year. He got a 13-3 record, most fourth-quarter comebacks. I mean, what more do you need to pay a guy? You know, I don't know if you see it. I got knots on my head from people just beating me down.
Dog, I get it, bro. I'm out here in Ohio.
With Dak Prescott, don't need to get paid this, and he don't need to get paid that. I got knots all over my head. They've been whipping me hard.
I mean, dog, like it's really asinine that we're still talking about this. Like you said, I'm sorry. I feel like it's just wrong with you. Everybody, my thing is you ain't gotta love Dak Prescott. I'm not making you trying to love Dak Prescott. I'm not trying to make you love anything about Dak Prescott at all. But at the end of the day, if we're talking, what are you saying? What?
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, what I was gonna say was that it's just this is just funny to me now, bro. Like how it's just a whack excuse to me talking about, well, what has Dak done? Half of these quarterbacks that get this money, what have they done? I don't want to hear shit about no Aaron Rodgers. This dude been in the league 15 years, got one Super Bowl. I seen Drew Brees, one chip. That's it. It ain't easy to get these chips, and they always want to go to Tom Brady. Cut Tom Brady out of this damn equation. Name all these top quarterbacks that are winning these Super Bowls year in and year out. I don't want to hear it.
I think that Mr. Rogers got put up on notice there with drafting that first round quarterback.
I mean, yeah, he got put on notice because he's 36 years old. You should. You can't, dog. That's good. That's smart business. Now, I feel like they should have got him maybe some weapons, some receivers, but I feel like they're just saying, you know what, dog? It's about a wrap. He ain't gonna retire with Green Bay. You know that. Most of these guys don't. You seen Tom Brady gone. You seen Joe Montana leave. You seen all these greats going. So Jerry Rice. You seen it's not happening no more. Rarely do you get a player that gets drafted with the team and retires with the team, especially in the damn NFL. That rarely even happens now. I don't care how good you are.
Right. Now, the issue is everybody, as I keep trying to get people to understand, is that it is made known that when it's time to pay a player, you have to give them market value.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, the rule is that you have to pay the next guy, you have to make him the highest paid. And it seems the Cowboys just think that they are not going to get away with this notion that we're not going to pay the next guy, and they've done it for everybody. They didn't want to do it with Zeke. Zeke was the highest paid. Amari Cooper is not the highest paid, but he's second to Julio Jones at $20 million. And Tank was another one, a big one around here. Everybody was, we're not going to make Tank the highest paid on, and they made Tank the highest paid.
So, I mean, I think the deal is going to get done. I think it would be a huge mistake if he plays on a franchise tag. I think that, in my opinion, if he got the franchise tag and played on, I feel like that might be the beginning of the end because they'll feel like, yo, well, we just paid you a tag, and why do we need to extend you? You know what I'm saying? Do you think that deal is going to get done before July 15th?
I think that Kirk Cousins has changed the game with his contract, and I think that you're going to see a lot of people not wanting a long-term deal like that anymore because of what Kirk Cousins got.
And Kirk Cousins got paid, though. 2 franchise and got a 3 guaranteed and 2-year extension. And he ain't won shit.
So basically, he just pretty much got a 5-year deal done when it's all said and done because he was under 3 and he got 2 more He got 2 more a year. And 90% of his contract is guaranteed.
Guaranteed, dog. And he got, what, a $66 million extension?
I want his agent is what I want.
Man, his agent.
That's what I want.
I mean, he said don't be afraid of the tag, Dak, because you can do a lot of things. Do you think it's wise for Dak to go and to sign this franchise or just keep on holding out until y'all give me this money?
Well, I'll tell you what. If we can't reach a deal by the 15th or whatever,
mm-hmm.
I don't believe Dak should. He'll probably pay on tag, but if I'm Dak, I wouldn't show up to anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't show up to anything either. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to do that. But like I said, they went out and got Andy Dalton, though. So what do you think about that? Oh, you hating on Dalton, dog? For real?
It's not that I'm hating. It's not that I'm hating on Dalton. I'm just like, if we really think Andy Dalton is a threat to Dak Prescott,
hell no. We know. No, we all know that.
Remember, okay?
Okay.
He was the starting quarterback of the worst team of the NFL.
Okay, but the Bengals suck right now, though. They lost a lot of talent.
The Bengals have sucked for years.
Yes. But we all did. I mean, come on, though. Let's keep it all the way real, Walt. When Andy Dalton came out of TCU, you never thought he was going to take the Bengals anywhere, did you?
You never know that possibility. Nobody thought Dak Prescott was going to be as good as he was.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I forgot. Cowboys Nation. I don't know if you heard of them. I don't know if you heard of them. Cowboys Nation seems to think that on the draft, even though Dak Prescott sucks, right, that you could trade Dak Prescott for a first-round pick to Cincinnati and get the first-round pick and got a quarterback. So I said, so let me get this straight, Cowboys Nation. You're going to call up the Cincinnati Bengals and say, hey, we think Dak Prescott sucks, but he's good for you, and we'll take your first-round pick. And you think Cincinnati's going to give him back?
I mean,
that's what the notion was here in Dallas. This is what people beat me down on Twitter with. We should trade Dak for the number 1 pick. Cincinnati will take him. Really?
And here's the thing, though. If he's so sorry, why the hell would they take him and spend that much collateral on him if he sucks? That's that dumbass argument people talking about. Let's just go ahead and trade Dak, get them 2 firsts. If he sucks, they wouldn't give up 2 firsts for him. So he must be good if they're going to give up 2 firsts for him. He must be good because ain't no team in their damn right mind going to give up 2 firsts for no bum. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I don't want to hear that. But I got a question for you right here. I got one of my peoples in here, Peter DeLeo. Says Braley didn't break the record. Shout out to my dog Juwan James for the $20 holla. Hey ho, my God, Juwan James. $20 holla. That's how my dog does. That's how my dog does.
$20.
Hell yeah, you can. And let me see right here. Oh, so look, check this out. So see, you why you cut me off like that? You made me forget.
I was just gonna say you can get a lap dance down here. That was
No, what I was gonna say, Peter DeLeo says Brady didn't break the record, Winston didn't break the record, Goff didn't break the record, Foles didn't break a record. Flacco, what makes Dak feel like he's next for a record? What makes Dak? I don't even think it's a record deal. It's about the years. And what the Cowboys are saying, you tell me, Walt. From what I heard, the Cowboys are saying that when Goff and Wentz got their extensions, they were still in that last year. So basically, they're going in it's really like a 5-year deal because they still had a year left. And they extended them, so they put 4 on the 5, and that's why they got 5, and that's what they're trying to attack Dak with. That these guys got 5-year deals because they still had a year left on their deal, so really they're 5-year deals and not 4. And Dak is like, I need that 4-year deal. What do you think about that? Do you think, hey, stay firm on that 4-year deal or go with that $35 million? Because we don't know about the guarantees. We don't know the structure of that contract. And that's why everybody's like, just go ahead and take the money. But we ain't behind the closed doors to see what's in them, the triggers, the guarantees, and all that. That has a big thing to do with it.
Okay, let's break that down. Carson Wentz, all right? Check this out. Carson Wentz is hurt every year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He has really no leg to stand on, no pun intended. As far as negotiating, he had to take whatever they gave him at that point because he's hurt almost every year.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct?
Right.
All right, Jared Goff. He went to the Super Bowl, and can we say that he took them or Todd Gurley took them? But even though Todd Gurley was hurt that season, the success they had, was it based off of Jared Goff or was it based off of Todd Gurley? Now they don't have Todd Gurley anymore, so now we're about to really see what Jared Goff is worth right now. Goff
is whack. Goff being whack. I said he was going to be a bust when he came out of college. And Jeff Fisher, and like I said, you could see where coaching made a difference. He was a straight trash with Jeff Fisher, and then your boy
Jeff Fisher didn't even want to put him in.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
That's why fired, and that's what got him fired.
I mean, I'm not a hater. I just see Goff like you're okay, but you were drafted that high, and it was almost like they felt they had to pay you. You feel me? Because you were that top pick, they felt like they had to pay you. But if we're looking at some Jared Goff, if anybody's looking at Jared Goff like he's a franchise type guy and he's just gonna win games with his arm and do this and do that, you're crazy in your dome.
Okay, so Carson Wentz. Dak Prescott has dubbed Carson Wentz up until this year about every time he's played him.
Rubbed him. I mean, you feel me? And
when he sent him home with a hot L. It's been a couple Sunday nights. Carson Wentz that came here and got an L and had to hop back on the plane and go back to Philly.
And then they talking about people don't even feel like he's the leader up in there in Philly. And that I've been hearing that people were gravitating towards Foles, and they just feel like Wentz isn't the leader. And the main, like I said, you get that money is because when you're a top 5 pick, I mean, it's almost like they're going to give it to you. Rarely do you see them not giving you that money when you're a top 5 pick in the NFL.
Very true.
So, I mean, it's kind of like, okay, we have to kind of give it to you, but we don't know if we really believe in you, but we got this great coach. Because think about it. What did they do with Goff? They talk about, hey, Walt, they talk about, we got to get all this stuff for Dak. We got to get him a running back. We got to get a receiver. We got to get all this stuff to make him good. What the hell did they do with Goff? They got him all these damn receivers. They got him a defense. They got him all these little pieces to get him to the puzzle, right? They didn't sit there and say, hey, we're just going to let you work what you got because you're a franchise and we know you can put the team on your back. They didn't think that. They said we need to get weapons and help you because we don't really believe that you can take us all the way. Come on now.
Okay, so for people who are keeping score at home, do the Cowboys get to the playoffs the year before? Without Dak Prescott, what's the funny thing is I wish that could happen. I wish Dak could sit out for a couple games and let's see how good the Cowboys offense is without him.
Right.
I keep hearing Zeke. Zeke is the best player on the team. Let's find out.
You feel me? Let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out. Because here's the thing. Because when they got Ezekiel last year, I don't think Ezekiel took us over the top and winning some of these games. May I take you, if I could be afforded the time right now, can I tell you about a little situation to where it was 4th and 1 in the playoff game against the LA Rams,
Mm-hmm.
and it was 4-1, and Ezekiel Elliott was giving the ball and got stuffed after Dak Prescott was balling the whole time and almost won the damn game. Can I tell you that story?
I mean, I seen that Minnesota game where Dak was balling out, and they said, you know what, let's give Ezekiel Elliott the damn ball the last 3 times right inside the 10-yard line. Like, what the hell are you doing? And Dak went nutty that game in Minnesota, and they were trying. And see, that's why I say people who don't watch the damn game. Yeah, but here's the thing: people always want to sit there. Oh, Dak didn't do good again. But did you watch the game where he was killing these teams, doing his damn thing, and then all of a sudden play calling? And that's why people, in my opinion, have to listen to that Jesse Holly interview. I think he just kept it real with a lot of things and he was saying about Kellen Moore. He said, if you ain't never been an offensive coordinator, you ain't never seen none of this stuff. So, yeah, it's all good and, the flash and dash, but when the game is on the line and the fire is on you and you got to make the next call or you got to make the right call, guess what? Guys choke up and they go with what they know instead of getting all dangerous like they was in the first quarter when everything was all good. And now it's like fourth quarter. You going to still do that play that worked? Nope, I ain't going to do that. I'm going to have to go with Ezekiel Elliott up the middle because I feel like we got to get out of here and win. And that's what happened so many times last year, and I believe that's one of the reasons why Garrett is gone, but you've seen that situation happen time and time again where it was the bad coaching. It was just the people putting them in the wrong spots, and guys weren't succeeding. Now you got McCarthy in here. I ain't even got to ask you about McCarthy. What are your thoughts when they got McCarthy? What are your thoughts on him, period?
McCarthy is going to be the standard. McCarthy doesn't like media. He don't like doing media. So this is open podium for Jerry Jones because Jerry Jones loves media, and now he gets to at the post game whatever, everybody goes and finds Jerry or whatever. You're gonna do that. You're gonna be able to do that now because Mike McCarthy, he ain't trying to really talk to the media after the games.
I mean, but he would prefer to let Jerry do it. So
he's gonna be the ultimate robot that.
You think he's gonna be Come on, dog. You think he's gonna be like the robot like Garrett, or you think? I mean.
No, he doesn't want to do get up there and address the media afterwards. So if that's something he cannot have to do and let Jerry handle all of it, he's fine with it. He don't care. He just want to coach.
Right. So I mean, do you go ahead?
Mike McCarthy is a guy I feel like who wants to. He likes to throw that football. He likes to air it out. That's why before on the show this summer or whatever, I said or before this summer I said, man, the Cowboys drafted CeeDee Lamb. And I knew it. I just felt it. I said, they're going to draft CeeDee Lamb. Matter of fact, Jeff Kavanaugh, I got on Twitter and said, Jeff Kavanaugh, when you scout this year, I need you to find me a way for the Cowboys to get me CeeDee Lamb. We had a conversation about it. He said, I'm going to see what I can do, Walt, but I don't think he's going to be there. And I said, I know my guy Jerry Jones, okay? He's not going to let this guy, he's not going to get out of this draft without not getting CeeDee Lamb. So he come around the draft night.
That was lucky as hell, though.
And draft night, before, I think it was the night before or the day before, it came out that Jerry Jones was going to be in the draft room by himself. And I said, yes, my guy Jerry he's got full 100 control. There's nobody there to stop him. He can do whatever he want to do right now. And I know for a fact that he is not coming out of this first round without CeeDee Lamb. I know for a fact, the fact that he's running this thing, he is going to do it. And lo and behold, he didn't even have to move up to get him. He just fell to Jerry.
Do you really think he was going to move up to get somebody like him?
I think Jerry Jones loves receivers. I've noticed about him. Mm-hmm. If you notice that he loved him some Dez Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
He
loves some Michael Irvin.
He loves some Michael Irvin because those are guys that he feel like he personally went out there and got.
Mm-hmm.
And they panned out for him. So now he's got CeeDee Lamb, and of course he tells a story about the 88 deal, and he wanted to put him in 88. See, any receiver he loves, you gonna wear 88.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody likes to brush Antonio Bryant under the rug who wore 88 because it's like it just didn't pan out or whatever. But he's another Jerry guy.
Man, well, we're gonna see what happens. I mean, that was crazy how it fell to us. Well, fell to Dallas. CeeDee Lamb, and we knew Mike McCarthy, but I was listening to James Jones too on an interview, and we all know Mike McCarthy because they had an interview and they were talking about Mike McCarthy likes to throw that damn ball, and he does. If you look at his history with his receivers.
Oh yeah.
But when I was listening to James Jones too, he said, I know he does like to throw that ball, but he will run it. He said when they got Eddie Lacy was toting that rock, and he said there'll be games where he was telling them, man, throw the damn ball, man. We tired of running with Lacy all the time. He was like, Lacy's getting 20, 30 carries. But honestly, in my opinion, I think Ezekiel Elliott is going to have a dominating type season, but he's not going to be the guy as far as getting 30-some carries. It's not going to be that type of dominating way, in my opinion. I feel like he is going to throw the ball, and that's going to really just open it up for Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. But I don't feel like they're going to be the quote-unquote run-first approach team that they were with Garrett. Your thoughts?
Yes, Mike McCarthy is a guy who likes to sling that rock. He likes to get that football out there. That's why getting CeeDee Lamb makes a lot of sense because he likes those type of receivers, and he definitely loves an Amari Cooper type. What's this? I'm reading somebody who says coaching and talent matters. We're going to prove that. It's a good point by you, sir. That's exactly where I am. Where I'm going with that. When you watched him with Aaron Rodgers or whatever, all they did, they launched the football. That's what he likes. That's what they did, and that's what he likes.
Well, we're going to see how
it's going to be a high power. It's going to be a high powered offense. The question is Zeke going to come to play in shape this year because he was out of shape last year?
I think he is. I mean, I'm be honest with you. I seen a video of his. And I know the videos that they just throw the videos out to show it good, but I'm telling you, dog, he looks slim. He looked real slim and trim. And plus, I don't think Mike McCarthy is going to let him get away with that because let's remember, when Mike McCarthy had Eddie Lacy, he got on his ass for getting fat. And he said, we're going to sit your ass on that bench because you're not coming in shape. And guess what? Every time you're coming out of shape, we're going to dock pay. We're going to bench you. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that with that mentality that it came out with Lacy, I think Ezekiel Elliott probably maybe see it from afar and say, hey, you know what? This is a whole new staff. I can't come in there. And plus, Skip Pete is back in the fold. Skip Pete ain't going to let him come like that too.
That is a good point by you. That is a real good point.
Yeah,
we went over, me and Tobosh Thursday, our show, BFB, it airs on Twitter and Facebook Live if you want to check it out on Tuesday and Thursday night. And this past Thursday, we went down the Cowboys schedule, and I have the Cowboys actually only losing about 5 or 6 games this season. I think I gave them an L to Minnesota, the Seahawks, the Ravens, and I said we aren't losing any divisional games. I think I might have gave him to Baker. I think I might have gave him an L to Baker.
Hell no. Don't you spit that in air. But before you finish that, I got to give my guy, Coach D. He was excited that you was coming. He was excited that you came on the show. And $20 holla from Coach D, Cowboys Nation. Hey ho, $20 holla from Coach D. Appreciate you, big dog.
Coach D, you the man.
You the man, big dog.
So the thing is that I am a Baker Mayfield guy, and I'm down on record. You can mark me for this. I'm going to say this on your show right now. I think that OBJ is going to be the best receiver in the game of football this year.
Okay. Well, I mean, he may.
Mark me down. I think he's got his surgery. Just like my guy Jameis over there, who got his eye surgery. He kind of had some good numbers. Not being able to see, so I'm just interested to see what he's going to look like now that he can see.
How the hell are you playing quarterback and you ain't got money to get your eyes fixed?
Well, he's had money, he just didn't do it. So
that's what I'm saying, bro. You an NFL quarterback and you squinting. The first thing you should have been doing is getting contacts or something. I mean, my vision is bad. I'm nearsighted. I got astigmatism, so I can only imagine the way he was squinting because I squint like that. Dog, you can't see. So when he was throwing the ball, that's why he probably threw all them damn interceptions because it's blurred vision. When you're throwing that ball down the field, it's blurry. So I'm telling you, in my head.
Aside from his interception numbers, he actually has a good touchdown numbers.
I mean, he's a good quarterback, but he's always been a high INT guy. He was like that at Florida State. You get what I'm saying? And maybe could have been that vision. But I don't care. You can't be in the league this damn long and just decide to get laser surgery. Come on, bro.
Good point by you.
You're a franchise. Get that laser surgery as soon as you get in the damn league. You got the money to do it. It ain't that expensive. Come on, bro. So let me ask you. I'm not gonna keep you too much longer, but I want to ask you a few things about this draft class. What are your thoughts on it? Obviously, we talked about CeeDee Lamb. What are your kind of thoughts about Diggs, Bradley Anae, Tyler Badass? Who else they got up in there? Who's our third round guy?
Oh, you mean Stephon Diggs' little brother?
Yeah, Trevon Diggs, Stephon Diggs'
Yeah.
little brother.
Yeah, he immediately took to Twitter when his brother got drafted. I thought that was pretty cool. That's who. Of course, I'm just interested in CeeDee Lamb. I'm an offense guy. I believe that people tell you defense wins championships. Well, offense sells tickets. It puts butts in seats, and that's why I like butts in seats. And dubs. Offense gets you dubs. I'm a dubs guy. I like dubs. I love them. You can serve them up to me any kind of way. Smeared, sauteed, smothered, any way you want to give it to me. I'm a Dubs guy. I take it any way I can get it.
Well, see, I'm a D guy because that's what I coached when I was a coach. I'm a D guy. Now I don't mind offense. But I feel like sometimes that offense can get shut down, and guess what? That defense can keep you because when we seen these last few Super Bowls, I seen that high-powered offense from Kansas City was getting shut down. You feel me? The how they really came back in that game was them defensive plays. They got Garoppolo off the field when they needed to, and they came back and made plays. When I watched the Super Bowl before that, when the Rams against the Seahawks, I seen that high-powered ass offense from the Rams get shut the hell down by that Patriots defense. Patriots didn't play great offensively in that Super Bowl, but that defense won it. So I love throwing what we call the 40 burgers and scoring on you at will. But when the game gets tight, that defense is going to save you, big dog.
I was wondering if you're going to bring up that Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you
wonder if you're going to bring that one up. Sorry.
I'm just saying, you got offense, defense wins it. In my opinion, defense is going to save you in them big games. So I like the way they came back on the defensive side of the ball. Like I said, they got a Diggs. They got Gallimore. I forgot Neville Gallimore. And, I had made a video about Tristan Hill being a dead man walking. You really might be a dead man walking with Gallimore. Because I like Hill's talent, but I hear too much of the stuff that's not good. Now, I feel like you got the new staff, and they'll probably give you a chance. But that Gallimore, dog, he chomping at the bit, bruh.
Yeah, he is. I've been seeing a lot of Taco Charlton news. Maybe we can get him back if things go.
Man, I don't want no damn Taco Charlton back. He's with the Chiefs.
Everybody was so happy about him on draft night that night he got drafted.
Man, come on, dog.
Wait, was it you that had Bobby Belt on?
Yeah, I had Bobby Belt on about 2-3 times.
Okay, so the night Taco was drafted, we were together. We were at Mike Fisher's bar, the Maverick, and he named everything in the world that was worse than drafting Taco Charlton. He was upset that night. Bobby Belt was. He was on a rant inside the bar about I can name everything better than Taco Charlton right now. Everything. And he really ran down the list the entire night.
I mean, Taco didn't really, if you really look at his career, though, even at Michigan, one of his issues was big, strong tackles. And it was like if you couldn't do that in the NFL, in the college, you get in the NFL, it's not going to be good. And I think what really hurt was that training camp, his first training camp, when them offensive tackles were kind of manhandling him. It was just like, ooh, I don't know, dog. But even when he got drafted, I never said he was going to be a guy that was going to be a 10-sack guy in Dallas. I thought maybe 7, maybe 8 sacks, maybe. But he was never going to be that guy. I think this is what the thought pattern was this in their eyes. You tell me what you think of this. When they had DeMarcus Lawrence, remember before DeMarcus Lawrence got his contract and Taco got drafted? DeMarcus Lawrence, how he was hurt all the time, and he was coming up on his contract. I think they drafted Taco because Taco was more of a left end, and that's where DeMarcus Lawrence played. I think they were thinking, well, we don't know about DeMarcus. He only got 9 sacks in 3 years, and he was coming up on the last year of his deal, and then he went nutty and got the 14.5 sacks. I think they were thinking, well, if we don't re-sign him or he doesn't pan out, then this guy right behind him is going to smooth right back into his spot, is Taco Charlton. But it got messed up because Randy Gregory came back eligible, and then that threw everything out of whack for Taco, and then you got other players, and then the attitude, dog. That really hurt him more than anything else was the attitude, because I heard the attitude has been going around everywhere at Miami and Dallas. We'll see if it happens at KC, but that's really been the thing that's hurt him.
Oh, no, he said he's zoned in KC, but I thought Taco Charlton was just brought here to get that endorsement deal with Taco Bueno that he got when after he signed here. So I thought that's why he was really here. Man. I didn't think it was a football purpose. It's like, let's draft him here and let's close that Taco Bueno deal, and then we can move on from him, which is what essentially happened. You got a Taco Bueno deal out of it.
Hey, he got some good money out of it. So is CeeDee Lamb your best pick out of the 2020 draft for the Cowboys?
Oh yeah, hands down, best player in the draft to me.
Best
when I seen this guy, I was watching a game of him in college this past year, and I was like, "Who is that kid?" That immediately landed me in the conversation with Jeff Kavanaugh. And then the combine, when they show the pic of him jumping in the air, he spins in the air, catches the ball, and comes down on 2 feet.
Yeah,
that's like poetry motion in air. Do you know how beautiful that is?
It was lovely.
I don't think. See, this is where people don't get. Dez Bryant, the beauty of Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant is probably going to go down to me as the best goal line receiver ever to me in the Cowboys jersey, because you knew. Even if you knew that ball was going to Dez Bryant, you were not going to beat him in a one-on-one jump battle.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And this kid here has the potential to do that again. I mean, Dez Bryant holds a touchdown record because of that play.
I mean, for real. And that's
I don't care who you put on Dez. I don't care who you put on Dez.
Inside that 10. Yeah.
You already knew. You knew that when they lined up, Tony Romo hiked that ball, it was going to Dez 100%.
Inside that 10, hell yeah, everybody knew it.
He never dropped it or missed it. He caught it every single time from Tony Romo.
Yeah, that was nasty. You give me chills again when I used to just watch Dez up there just body people up in that end zone because he was so damn physical and stronger than everybody else. I don't know CeeDee Lamb. He's not going to be bodying people because he's a little wiry. I think he's more of that guy, just throw it up there, and he's so damn long he can just get up there.
Go get it. It's almost like whoever's quarterbacking this team, why you could get away with saying Andy Dalton could probably play. You got Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. You really could just throw the ball up in the air. One of them gonna go get it.
Yeah, well, I want to see Michael Gallup go get it. You feel me? Because I love me some Michael Gallup, dog.
Let's talk about that, man.
Talk about Michael. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about.
Not getting half of it. He
ain't getting no love. He ain't getting no love.
Do you know how bad it is? Michael Irvin and Stephen A. Smith keep saying that the Cowboys have Terrence Williams on the field and not Michael Gallup. They just brush all over Michael Gallup.
Yeah, the disrespect.
Michael Irvin did it after the draft. He was like, "You got Terrence Williams out there on the outside." I'm like, "Oh no, Michael Gallup is getting no love or respect around here."
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. When we had Holly on a couple days ago, we were talking about the contract thing because Amari Cooper basically he signed that big deal, but basically it's like a 2-year deal. And then you got Michael Gallup in 2 years, his contract will cut up, and then you have the CeeDee Lamb. I was saying in a big picture, do you see all three of those guys being long term? He said no, and I agreed. But we were talking about maybe Michael Gallup being gone, but Jesse was saying that you know what? It's going to be possibly Cooper that will be gone because Cooper's going to be older, and you got Gallup, and then you could just move CeeDee Lamb right in that number 1 spot and keep Gallup as that strong dog number 2.
This is true. I agree. Jesse Holland's all the way right.
Yeah.
Jesse Holland's a good buddy of mine, too. I know Jesse Holland.
Yeah, so I really like that, because like I said, I love Michael Gallup when he was at Colorado State. Somebody just happened to tell me one time about him. I seen a video, and then when I went to the Combine that year, he was one of the guys, him and the kid that I can't remember his name, plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars, came out of LSU. Somebody in the feed let me know who it is because he was my number 1 guy. Gallup was my second guy after that to take. But
yeah, let EA tell it on my show. He discovered Michael Gallup, and I'm like, no, you didn't.
Hey, I can almost claim Gallup because I know when I was posting him, wasn't nobody talking about him at all. None. Zero. I broke a video down on him. Nobody in hell talking about no Michael Gallup. But hey,
Jeff Kavanaugh did. Jeff Kavanaugh was
now Kavanaugh, he's a whole different monster. Gallup, we ain't counting Jeff because Jeff's a whole different monster. Jeff know everything.
Yeah, Jeff did scout Michael Gallup right here on 105.3. He told everybody about him.
Yeah, well, like I said, Jeff be on that. So that could be the scenario. So you agree with that scenario that it'll be Gallup being here and then Cooper will be the one that be gone?
Yeah, because there are rumors going around that Amari Cooper kind of quit on the team last season here in Dallas.
Okay, so how true do you think those rumors are?
That last play.
Yeah, we talked about that. Nobody giving us an answer though, Walt. Like nobody gave us an answer. I asked Tanner, and he's like, I deal with the special teams, so I couldn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Because he was on the field. Everybody is evading it like we don't know. What the hell really happened in that Philly game?
That would be a question for one Mr. Brian Broaddus, who was also on the G-Bag Nation with Jeff Kavanaugh. Now, Brian Broaddus is the one who said he's got intel on that certain situation, as he has gone public about that.
And now here's the thing: I had Jeff on right about 2 months ago, and we were talking about that, and that's why he kept on saying they're going to draft a receiver. They're going to draft a receiver because he kept on talking about that Amari Cooper incident. That he kept bringing it up, and he was like, "Yo, Steven, what's up?" And Steven was basically like, "I ain't talking about it."
Yep. They brushed it under the rug because they didn't want to believe. Now, and my whole deal with it was you got a guy like Dez Bryant who you would have had to fight to keep off that field.
Hell yeah, Dez would have been in that game.
You would have had to strangle Dez Bryant.
Or Michael Irvin.
Any one of them. You would have had to strangle him to keep him off that field. And then here this guy goes, and he's down on the last play of the game that could lead you to the playoffs. Yeah. And then you turn around. And if I'm Dak Prescott, wait a minute. You turn around and pay him 5 years and make him the second highest paid?
And he didn't even go in the game.
You can't get my money, and I've been here the whole time? What about a couple weeks before Amari Cooper came here? I put a 40 piece on Jacksonville. What about that? The team that had just whooped up on New England the week before, and they came down here, and I hit them. I gave them a hot L and sent them back to Duval.
I mean, I feel you, big dog. Like it's really kind of weird how that. I was talking about how you paid Zeke, and you said you weren't gonna make it the highest paid. You know what I'm saying? You said we ain't setting records with running backs, and you did it. Then you go with Amari Cooper, and just like you said, I kind of tracked around that situation because I love Coop, but you know. Now here's my thing, Walt, with Cooper. I like Cooper. He got great talent. And when I talked to Bobby, he said, "No, don't look at how Coop acts or look how he looks because that's a wrong interpretation of him." But then when I keep going back, I watch tapes of when he was at Oakland, right? And it's just like, my opinion, I like Coop. He sulks though. Like if he don't get a pass or something, I watch his head. And I don't care. Your body language does tell. His head would go down, or he'd just be like, I don't know, maybe he's just a different type of dude, but I just feel like, I don't know if passion is there. Talent, yes. I don't know passion.
I only met him one time, 105.3. I don't know if it was I think it was last year. They had the Mudbug Bash, and he was one of the players that was there. And, he was kind of quiet and kept to himself.
And that's what I heard.
Even when he talks low, like, we got this going on, and if Dak's not here, I want to play with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's the quarterback I want to play with. It was just low monotone.
So do you think that's he gets the bad rep for that, and you think that he is passionate about football, or what? He's just that.
He gets a bad rep for me because I'm a guy like, why would you pay a guy 5 years when he kind of quit on the team in the last minute? What's that about? But you won't pay the quarterback who's been here 4 years balling, but okay.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. So, let me ask you, what's going to be your favorite game that you want to see this year? What's the number one game you want to see this year?
Baker. Big time Baker
Man,
Mayfield.
you all keep talking about that. You stop talking about – listen.
I'm a Baker Mayfield guy.
Okay,
listen.
Well, you be a Baker Mayfield guy, but don't talk about this on the show. You know why? Because you're going to throw bad vibes in there because I got a friend of mine who's a damn Cleveland Browns fan. He won't shut the hell up, and I don't need them beating the Dallas Cowboys this year.
You know what game is going to be best game for me? It's going to be a Monday nighter, okay? I need you guys to tune in because this guy here I'm from Dallas, born and raised, okay? Mm-hmm. There was a guy that I went to high school with here named William Cole, okay? Mm-hmm. Led the Cedar Hill Longhorns undefeated to win a high school championship, okay? Mm-hmm. He was Kyler Murray before Kyler Murray was, and Kyler Murray comes behind William Cole and has not lost a game into his whole high school career. Did not lose one football game entire career here in Texas since like the 6th grade. That is the only football game he ever lost. And the Cowboys are going to play them on Monday Night Football. And the Arizona Cardinals game with DeAndre Hopkins is the game that I want to see this season so far.
Okay. Well,
I think they come here too. So I want to see the Cardinals. I think it's like week 3 or 4 game. It's on a Monday night, and they come here. And I want to see Kyler Murray in his home state, and let's see what he does.
Yeah, I think I am interested to see Kyler Murray. We're going to get some good young quarterbacks this year. Your boy Baker, they're going to be. Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson.
Man. Yep.
And that's at Baltimore week 13. You get what I'm saying?
I guess Don't know who's going to be quarterback in Pittsburgh. But anybody going to that Pittsburgh game, watch out for Ben Roethlisberger, ladies, because no means yes to him.
Yeah, well, not just that, but I don't even know if he's even coming back to play because he got
Oh, they
that
already
time.
said he's coming back.
Yeah, but he had Tommy John surgery. I don't care what the hell they said. They say ain't no quarterback came back from Tommy John yet.
Well, his hands are still work. Apparently, no means so. That means yes to him, ladies out there. So, if you go to that game and get close to him, just watch yourself.
All right, so I'm going to ask the people in the feed right now, what is y'all's number one game right here that y'all want to see this year? I'm going to ask people in the feed, what's the number one game you want to see? I've been thinking on I'm going back and forth. Like, what is my number one game I want to see Dallas this year? I think it might be that Ravens game just because I want to see how Lamar Jackson plays against us. I just want to see how he plays against Dallas. I want to are they going to be able to contain him? I want to see how he does. I actually think that Dallas is going to get at him, and I think he's going to get shut down that game. I have a great feeling about it. I think he's going to have not that sophomore type slump type thing or whatever, but I mean, obviously it's a second, there'll be a third year. But you get what I'm saying? I just don't, in my opinion, I feel like he's not going to come up and turn up on that game, and I'm going to go ahead and say it right now that he's going to get shut down that game. Mark my words, you heard it here. So when that game comes, and he don't do shit, remember Big Game James said it first.
Well, I just want to address your guy. What is this, James Gray, who says
talk to yeah.
He says the guest tonight isn't giving us much. What more? What do you want me to give you? I don't understand.
Talk to.
I just want to know what he want me to give him. I'm here because I guess I'm cool, right? Or I think I'm cool, or whatever. I don't work for the Dallas Cowboys, Mr. Gray, or sir. I'm a radio host here in Dallas, so that's why I'm here for my insight on kind of like behind the scenes of what's going on. There's not too much to tell right now because we've been locked up in the house because of Corona. There's not a whole lot of Cowboy news, buddy.
Yeah, so you know.
But I would like to recommend Mr. James Gray for thank him for listening and tell him that if you want more insight, you could definitely tune in to me. And I got a very beautiful lady named Claudia who you might like, and a guy named Tova. She's a handsome devil. We do a show on Tuesday and Thursday nights over on Twitter and Facebook. Also with a guy named EA, but he's scared of Corona, so he's not coming outside right now.
He's funny.
He's afraid of Corona. He doesn't want to come outside. He says he'll be back in July, but we may replace him by the time July comes around.
Yeah, man. Well, like I said, you're gonna get me Creighton, and so we're gonna have a good time. And plus, you're gonna come back on here because I'm trying to tell you, man. Just like you said, it's slow right now, but my man be having that shit he be having that fire on the low. You know what I'm saying, with them good insider trader moves over there. But like I said, you got them inside trader moves. They don't know about you with them Mavs, dog.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do. If you see the picture down here at the bottom, that's a picture of me and LeBron. Now, I am more of a Mavs guy. I cover the Dallas Mavericks, so I go to every single Dallas Maverick game that happened this season. Like, good God. Oh, wait. Is this about me? Oh, that's not me. This is something else. Yeah, I cover the Mavericks. I go to every Maverick game. Actually, before Corona hit, I was actually getting ready to go to – I was actually coming to Ohio, Cleveland, for March Madness to do a little scouting because I don't know if you guys know this story or whatever, but I'm I'll say 40 or 50% of the reason Luka is here because I knew that they were taking Luka and they didn't have to tell me. I looked at a player like Luka and I said, that's the guy the Mavericks going to take. Mm-hmm. And I called it Donnie Nelson at a Mavs festival and I let him know. I said, hey, Donnie, I know you want Luka. You don't have to confirm it for me. But if you want him, you're going to have to move up in the draft to get him. He's not going to be there at 5. If you let him fall to Memphis will take him. And I don't know, draft night, they make a deal with Atlanta to they draft Trae Young. They draft Luka, and the Mavericks draft Trae Young. We'll swap, and it's what happened.
And you still keep claiming that, don't you?
Yeah, me and my, one night.
I don't know.
One night at a Mavs game, we were in the back, and Donnie Nelson was with a whole group of important people. Uh-huh. And I walked by, and he goes, you see that guy right there? That's the guy who was responsible for drafting Luka. I just take the credit for it. And I said, oh, thank you. Thank you there.
You say, I will run with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, thank you, Donnie. I mean, it's nice to be appreciated.
Man, yeah.
But yeah, so I do go to every Maverick game. You see me. I get interviews with all types of people. Melo, Dame Lillard, me, LeBron, AD, and Dez. We kicked it strong one night.
Mm-hmm. Well, I remember. Hey, but look, check this out. You remember when we first met? What was it, 2018?
That was the draft.
That was 20. That was draft. Yeah, that was draft. And I remember because we was at Fisher's Bar. You know what I'm saying? We was at Fisher's Bar. Mike was there. Mark Holmes. Vaj, all
Mark
of them.
Holmes was there. Now the draft. Was it the 2018 draft when we drafted Gallup?
Yep, and LVE and all. Yep.
We drafted Gallup that night, and Leighton Vander Esch, and Mark Holmes invited me to be a part of the whole deal. He had the big with all the tour buses or whatever.
Yeah.
And everything like that. Mark Holmes did it big. Big up to Cowboy Joe Boo.
Yeah, he
big
did.
up to Cowboy Joe Boo.
He did it big. He brought us all. I mean, he didn't bring me down there, but I was invited to go down there. Had a good time. Like I said, we kicked it at Fisher's Bar. That's where we met. Kicked it, and ever since then we've been cool. You know what I'm saying? And everything's been good. And I've been keeping my eye on from you afar. And you've been doing your thing, especially with the Mavs, dog. You be killing that shit with the Mavs. But we're gonna have you. You're going to come back on here, and you need to bring me on your damn show over there so I can kick it with your peoples over there. Because stop playing.
You know what it is about me?
I'm saying, stop playing.
I like to have guys in studio. I like the realism of having you in studio.
I feel that.
Because that's just me personally. If you're in town, if you came to me and said, hey, I'm going to be in town Monday or whatever, I'm calling you and I'm saying, hey, I need you at the studio on Tuesday. That's when we do the show. I want you to come down and do it on Tuesday.
All right. Well, I'm telling you, next time I'll be in town, I need to be on the show live.
Yeah, that's what I like. We get guys to come down there live all the time. We're working on before Corona hit, Corona messed up so many things. Man, we had Jason Terry getting ready to come by.
Mm-hmm.
We had so many people getting ready to come by. We were trying to work out something with Terrell Owens, all kinds of stuff, man.
Dog, that Terrell Owens, because I know Bobby and Jane had that was a good ass interview they had with Terrell Owens, dog, because Terrell gonna talk. I would love to get some T.O. As much as sometimes I'll be like, man, but you know what? I would love to get some T.O. because he gonna, I need to hear that shit that he gonna say.
Hurricane Jane Slater, a big good friend of mine. I love Jane Slater.
See, I'm saying you got the plug, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, he the plug.
Me and Jane go back. Jane used to do a show on 105.3, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
My first day in radio, she was on the air. Actually, my first day in radio was a guy here, big time host, Kid Craddock had died.
Uh-huh.
That was the first show I ever did.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Jane, it was the Elfin Slater show, and Jane was on. I got a lot of respect for Jane. Jane puts the work in.
Yeah, she definitely does. She puts a hell of a work in. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. But like I said, when I get down there in Dallas, because I'm gonna be eventually moving down there, we're gonna get down there. We're gonna kick and be able to do a lot more things that it's hard for me to do out here in Ohio. So I need to get back home. So
matter of fact, we also were supposed to have Law Nation come in one night.
Why ain't come on?
Because Corona hit. He was actually coming in.
Okay. He was coming right before the Corona.
The week Corona hit,
Uh-huh.
that following week, we were trying to work out something to have him come in. He had just messaged me.
Really? Well, you need to get him on when this stuff clear up. Matter of fact,
we're
just gonna make it to it. We're both there at the same time, and you both bring us both on.
Reddy Red said he know about Hurricane nickname. Hey, listen. Won't you ask her why her name is Hurricane Jane? Ask her why her name is Hurricane Jane, Reddy Red. Next time, just ask her. I'm not going to do it, but you ask Jane why she's Hurricane Jane. And it's funny? Every time she comes on, anytime she comes on the show, I play E40 Hurricane and I play
Hurricane, Slur K.
Yeah, I play that one and I play Jasmine Sullivan Hurricane. And she laughs every time. She's like, "Oh my God!" Yes.
She seemed like she cool as hell.
She is very cool.
She seemed cool as hell and so down to earth.
Yes, Jane been in the game for years, man. Yeah. She puts it down.
Yeah,
I love me some Jane.
Yeah, she definitely does.
Man, I ran into her. What were the Cowboys doing? They were doing something at the Star, and she was outside doing a hit. And every time I see her, we just chop it up and just have a good time. Yes, I love Jane. Is it you that's having Fish on, or is it somebody else, or did you have Fish on?
Tyson's gonna have Fish on, I think.
Okay,
Monday.
I see. Okay, Fish. Fish is another guy. Fish. Let me tell you something about Mike Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
When I started my show,
Mm-hmm.
I used to do my show live from Mike Fisher's bar. He used to
Really?
let me do my show from his bar.
Really?
That's how dope. That's how far me and Mike Fisher go back.
That's what's up. I mean, when I met Fish seemed cool. He a little over the top sometimes for me. Just my opinion, but I only know him from afar, so I can't say I know anything about him. So that's only from me afar. But I mean, he was gracious to me when I was up there. I said, "Hey man," because matter of fact, right before we start kicking, remember I took that picture. I said, "Hey man, let's take a picture right quick." He said, "Come on, let's go do it." So that was cool. And we chopped it up after that, and then that's when you came up because I was kind of twisted that night. So you know what I'm saying. So
Okay, so Mike Fisher, I'll give you Michael.
you know Mike Fish story.
Okay, so here's not a story. This is what you'll get when you go to Mike Fisher and you say, Mike Fisher, why do I need to not give Dak Prescott this money? This is the answer you'll get from Fish. Well, why do I need the cow already if I already got the milk? And I'm like, okay, Fish. Does that make sense? I'm just saying. Why do I need the cow if I got the milk already? It makes sense. It just does. I call him my media pops anytime I see him. He's also at Maverick games.
Yeah, I know he
goes to Maverick games too.
Yeah, he goes hard with the Mavericks. So we'll see. And then Brianna's an up and comer. I like Brianna.
Oh, listen.
Brianna's an up and comer.
Okay, so Brianna Diggs. So here's the deal with her. She is with a group called D2 Sports. D210 Sports. 210 Sports, right? Mm-hmm. Her guy Vernon, the one who does the whole deal, right? They cover the Mavericks, so they have two. He's got nothing but beautiful ladies that work for him. I'm telling you, her name's Austin Ivins. She covers basketball. She's beautiful. Bailey, she's gorgeous. She does basketball too. And then you got Brianna, and there's another girl who does Cowboys, and of course Brianna's gorgeous.
Right.
So we reached out to Brianna one night, and she was like, "Yes, I'm gonna come on." And she came to the studio, and man, we just all hit off of her. We love Brianna. Anytime we support her so much. Anytime she got anything going on, we support her.
Hell yeah! Like she was so gracious because, after we had talked, I said, "Man, get Brianna on, get Brianna." He's like, "All right, I'm gonna holler at her. I couldn't wait. I was like, you might take too long, Walt. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do it myself. So I just went to jump. She is so nice. Like she is so nice. Like she was like, "Oh, thank you so much," and yes, I'll definitely do it. Like she is like one of the most gracious hosts like ever. Like she is super cool. We're gonna have her on during the year. You know what I'm saying? Get her perspective, but she is super cool with it.
Yeah, whatever. I told her to do that, so whatever. We did have a conversation about that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
But,
well, then, because I was like, I thought you left me hanging, dog.
We took Brianna to. I took Brianna to the to a Maverick game one night. Me and Tobash, my co-host, we like to hang out in the suite where you get food and drink. We took her up there. She had just a ball. She was just such a sweetheart. And you know what she told me? That was actually her first Maverick game she had been to in like forever. And the last time she went was when her dad in like 2002. So she hadn't been to a Maverick game since that night that we took her.
Wow, that's crazy. You would think she probably been to more Maverick games than that.
Yeah, and who's another one I'm shooting a blank on? My girl T Swizzle.
Who's that?
Taylor Stern.
Yeah, she just left Dallas, didn't she?
No, Taylor Stern's still here. Taylor Stern is now with Taylor Stern, we are going to she was supposed to come on the show too. We just haven't had time to set everything up, but we're gonna have Taylor Stern on soon too. Christy Scales is another one who's coming by.
I know Christy Scales. I know Christy Scales.
Me and Christy Scales, I got a picture with her when I think it was the Cowboys were having an open practice one day and she was there and we hung out and things like that. Yes, Tay. We love us some Tay Stern.
Yeah,
that is the best. That girl is the best on radio. No, who you're talking about is Lindsay Draper.
Yeah, Lindsay Draper. Taylor Stern. Lindsay Draper.
I know. Hey, it used to happen to me. I used to get them both mixed up.
Man, I mean, they is it me or they look like?
They both sweethearts.
Okay, because that's what I was thinking.
But Taylor Stern, yes, I love me some T Stern.
Yeah.
Love T Swizzle. Love her. She man.
You can beat a pipeline. You can have her on. We can beat a pipeline, and you can have her come here too. She can beat a pipeline.
You just have to listen. You just sit down and listen to her on radio.
I have. She is crispy.
You will be in
She's
awe.
crispy when she speaks.
Yeah, when I listen to her, they do the Cowboy Hour. She does Cowboy Hour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! I listened to her one night. She blew my mind.
Really?
With how good she is.
Yeah, she's official. So we already spoke some things in the air. So I already got you getting me Patrick Creighton. Now I got you getting me Taylor Stern. Thank you, dog.
I just passed you my Rolodex people.
You feel me? So y'all heard it, right? These are my next peoples coming up. Patrick Creighton gonna be soon though, for real. Ain't that right, Walt?
All right. I'll do it now.
Stop playing. Text him now. I'm on the show with my guy, and his show legit. He about to have D Woodson on Tuesday. You can tell him we official, dog. Tell him to get on here. We gonna have a good time. We can kick it.
Hey, okay, so you got Darren Woodson. Okay, I got Larry Brown on one night, but I wanted Darren Woodson.
Okay, well we can work. We work together.
But I'm actually finna hit you with one who I'm in talks with now.
Ooh.
To get something done. Quincy Carter.
Oh, I had Quincy on. He wild.
Yeah, I know.
He gonna tell it.
I know.
He gonna tell it.
He's a guy who hits me up about talking about Dak a lot too.
Oh Lord, he might as well be Dak's agent.
See, I'm not an agent. I'm just an advocate. That's all it is. I'm just an advocate. What you don't know is that Dirk Dirk Nowitzki has a celebrity baseball game he has here that he does in the summertime, and this Dak's played it the past 2 years. So this last year, we were there. And I ended up meeting these two chicks at the in the media lounge, and they brought us over into the suite. And it turns out it's Dak Prescott's family suite.
Wow!
And that's how I became tight with Dak's family, or whatever. So after the game was over with, I go down the field and I meet Dak's pops. I don't know if you. I had a picture of me, Tobosh, and Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
The guy standing in to the right, that's Dak's pops.
Yeah, I seen Dak's pops because I feel like that's when all hell broke loose when he came to camp.
So
long as ain't nobody see him, it's good. But when he showed up in camp, they like, oh hell no.
so me and his pops it's weird. I have a connection with players' parents. Me and Zeke's mom are tight. We talk almost every day on Twitter.
Oh, word?
Me and mom, we love us some First 48 and some live PD. That's all we do. I'll be hitting her up. Mom, did you see the First 48? You see what this fool over here doing? He think he finna get away with it. We just be commenting to each other. And me and Dak's pops, when everything calms down, we're probably going to go fishing. And to peel the curtain back, on Mother's Day, surprisingly, I got a call from Dak's pops telling me he was appreciated the work that I've been doing for him and his son out here.
Really?
And I thought to myself, that's a big deal on a day, on a big day like that, where it was his son who a couple weeks ago committed suicide, and Dak's on Mother's Day. Yeah. Of course, Dak's mother's no longer with us because she passed away of cancer. And I took it and I was like, man, that's a real big deal to call somebody on a day like today and tell them something like that. Yeah. I don't really get emotional or mushy about stuff like that, but that really touched me because that's a hard day for their family. For them to call me and say that, that means a lot.
Yeah, and that speaks how they feel about you.
And any type of relationship I have with somebody, I make sure it's genuine. Like I want them to know, like I'm not the type of person to try to use you for connection to get information.
Yes,
I don't need that. I get my own information.
Yes,
I mean at the end of the day, I'm just a radio guy. Like my job is not even to break news or get news like that. My job is just to report when it comes out, to speak on it and give my opinion on it. That's basically what we're supposed to do. So I'm not fishing for anything. So I always let people know I'm genuine. So like I told Pops, when everything comes out, I want you to come out and go fishing with me and Tobosh like we always do. He was down for that, just stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the best way to do it. I mean, and it's kind of hard. Like in my opinion, I'll be coming. When you talk to them, I don't want them to ever think that I'm trying to just, use or anything, because I'm genuinely want to just be cool and talk. But, but if you have something to say and you want to feel comfortable, I like to be able to have a platform that you can just have where you can just be yourself, not just feel like, oh, look at this guy, he just trying to get this. Nah, I ain't trying to do that. I like being cool. I like hearing stories. For real. I'm a person that loves stories. You know what I mean? I'm a storyteller myself, so I love hearing things that, like, oh wow, that happened. That's kind of wild, or that maybe that correlated with this season. We saw this into that. Oh, okay, so maybe it's kind of like you hear a rap song. That hook back in the day, that's what that hook is. You know what I'm saying? I kept on trying to say that hook, but I never knew what she said. So that's what she says. So now every time I hear that hook, I'm gonna sing it. You feel what I mean? So that's the way I kind of like that open door kind of be. But it's gonna go down soon, and I can't wait. But I ain't gonna hold you, dog, because I gotta go get me some food. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you coming on again, big dog. I'm glad we talked during the week, and I'm glad you reminded me. I was gonna do it anyway, but I'm glad you hit me up and was like, "Hey, what's up, dog? What's up, dog? We still doing it?"
I'm a big supporter of Big Game James here in Dallas. I don't know if you know that. Big supporter of it.
I appreciate it. I'm a big supporter of you, dog. Like I said, I'll be showing you stuff, and that Creighton and that Hatcher was fear. So I had to
go look at for the people who want to know about it, go look it up on our
go look
Twitter
it up.
page.
Go tell them
Twitter page.
Tell them everybody before you get off here. Give them all your stuff.
It is at It Is Business on Twitter. You can go find it. You can follow me there, or you can follow me at. A matter of fact, I'll put it in here in the deal too. It's
okay.
at just the advocate on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, whatever. At Just the Advocate on Twitter, at It Is Business on Twitter. You can see us there live on Tuesday and Thursday night, or if you want to watch us on Facebook, follow me, Walt Chism, on Facebook. And once you do that, I'll send you to like the page and to join the group. Now, in the group, you want to get on that group page because that's where it goes down at. And on the group page, we give away Mavericks tickets. We have giveaways, all types of stuff. During the NFL season, I like to do something to where the person that has I do game picks, and the person who has the most game picks, I give you 2 tickets to a Mavericks game.
Ooh, I like that.
You get to sit, and these ain't no third level tickets. These ain't no mid level. They behind the basket tickets the Mavericks give me.
Oh shit! Let me get in that then.
All I know is you get it. You can get in it, but I'm just saying you gotta come use the tickets.
What? I bet y'all be there and they're using them tickets.
Either that or we'll take you upstairs to the suite that we're in.
Yeah,
it just depends on you.
I actually would like both. Let me sit behind there and you take my ass up in that suite.
But that's what we do on the page, and on Instagram we might post pictures or whatever. But you can follow us on the gram because that's what we do it for. That's what everybody's here for. Best.4.business DFW on Instagram.
What before we get ready, Ray says, "What do you wait? Do you remember To the Bowl y'all song? Is that
To the Bowl?
Yeah, To the Bowl y'all song. It's To the Bowl y'all song.
I don't remember that one.
That's what I'm trying to.
I don't remember that one. What do you remember? To the Bowl y'all song? I don't.
Say you don't remember. He asked about Amber Garcia too.
I was going to tell James Gray, don't let them bully you into liking me. James, you don't like me, damn it. You just don't like me.
He said, look, James like, all right, I'll go check your sorry ass out. He said, I'll go check his sorry ass out.
Yeah, don't let them cyberbully you into liking me. Damn it, if you don't like me, you don't like me. Listen, I'll tell you this, though. Big Game. There hasn't been a person who has tuned into my show and said they didn't like it, or anytime we have in-studio guests, what everybody says to me? Oh, I'll come by for an hour or 30 minutes or so.
They'll be there 3 hours.
They stay for the whole show because it's so good.
Hey, that's what we love to hear, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what we love to hear, and I like to hear that too. So
he says he just wants the game tickets.
Hey, my goddamn!
If James wins, it's nobody I don't like because I don't take it that serious. But hey, if you win, you win. I gotta give you the tickets. Whether you get the game picks or right, I can't hold you back.
No, hell no. My guy Dan Lee asked, how do you feel? How do players feel about that stupid nickname, the Hot Boys?
Oh, listen, Lee, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. When they came up the Hot Boys, after every game, we played the instrumental to Cash Money Hot Boys after every game. I got me a Hot Boys chain and everything almost after every game. I tried to get me a Hot Boys chain, I should say. after every game they balled out, I wanted the Hot Boys chain.
So what'd you feel about the Hot Boys this year? Because they wasn't doing that shit.
They weren't the Hot Boys. They were the lukewarm boys this year.
What you mean? They was the cold boys. It wasn't no
Yeah,
hot. It wasn't no hot.
Okay. They went from lukewarm to just cold, just freezing cold boys is what they went to.
Yeah. So he said, is any of the players campaigning to change that name? Or are they going to? Or is the Hot Boys name is that etched in stone now in Dallas?
Oh yeah, he's trademarking. He's selling T-shirts on that.
For real? Well, D-Law?
He sells T-shirts of that.
Okay, so that name is here to stay. Well, as long as at least he here. Well, so
yeah.
You do see that name still? Like, let's say D-Law 3 years he ain't here no more. You still think that name is still gonna carry?
Hold on. Somebody asked me, can I post it on here? But it's telling me I got to create a channel to do it. It won't let me post on the channel.
Yeah. Just put the B for best for business down there and just tell them to go to that link. Just tell them type it into best for business. It's easy. Go on Facebook and type in best for business. It'll come.
No, don't even do that, dude. Follow me at Walt Chism first, because sometimes it won't take you to it.
Okay.
So follow me on Facebook, Walt Chism, and then once you do that, I'll send you back a friend. Once I respond to friend request, I'll send you a like to the page, and you hit like, and then we'll go from there.
All right, cool.
And then if you want to see, if you got Twitter, just go to @itisbusiness, and you're right there.
There it is. Hey, dog. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. We had good talk. Good talk, man. I needed this.
Hey, what part of Ohio are you in?
Columbus.
My daughter stays in Cleveland.
Yeah, Columbus, Ohio State. Like I said, I'm from Texas, but half my life I've been out here in Columbus. You know what I'm saying? Because my mother's side of my family is here, so I've been half and half. It seemed like. But the main reason why I had stayed down here this long because both of my boys are from here, born and raised. My youngest just graduated this year, like I said. So, and he's in good hands. He handles business with work. So now I feel better about leaving. You know how it is. You can't just leave your kids like that. You feel, if you leave, you want to feel like they together. So now I feel like they situated, they're doing their thing. So it's time to get back home, dog. And that's why, I'm telling you about Texas now, but it's time to get back home. So that's what we're making our preparations now to try to figure out how we're going to get down there because it's just better, feasible, business, everything, just my whole family, just everything is just better. I'm not really an Ohio guy. I'm not a Midwest guy. That's just not me.
Yeah, Nick Ladd, that's Walt Chism, WaltChism on Facebook. And on Twitter, I am @JustTheAdvocate because that's what I am. I'm an advocate. I get the rep of being a bad guy here in Dallas. I'm always they like to label me as a heel radio guy, and that's just not what it is. I just I tell the truth. I keep it real as a kid. Or the kids say I keep it 100.
Well, here's the thing. Like, people don't want you to keep it 100. I mean, I get a problem with that myself. You feel me? They say, I mean, I don't know how else to do it. I can't sugarcoat things, and I can't say things for fakeness for the TV or the radio. So, I mean, just what it is.
James Gray said he's giving me a C-. C- is still passing, so I'm good.
Yeah, it's good. It's what, 70? You got about what, 71, 70? It's about 70?
I don't know. My mom used to say when I come home with a 70, she said, well, technically you got a 69. They just gave you a 70. And I was like, it's still passing now.
Blaine gives you a B plus. Blaine gives you a B plus. That's good.
Hey, I can live with that.
I like that B plus.
I can live with that.
And then when you get me Patrick, I'm giving you an A.
Well, it's gonna be an A. Okay.
You getting an A plus? You give me Patrick, now, you got an A.
Okay, now if I get you Creighton and Hatcher, I get an A plus, right?
Bruh, you gonna get student of the year. You give me both of them on the show. You getting student of the year. Give me both of them. Hell, give me both of them.
I love this audience you got right here. This is amazing right here. This is something that we had on Monday night. I love interacting with people.
Exactly. That's the fun part.
When you're sitting in the studio like we do, you always wonder how people are perceiving or taking the show.
Uh-huh.
So to see people come in and doing that means a lot. I love to see that. I'm actually like interacting with people. So I was just talking to my buddy who kind of managed me and helped run the show, whatever, or just me in general. I was telling him that I want to do a segment to be more closer to people interacting. I want to start a segment called Dubs and L's, and I want people to either call in or chat on the chat or whatever on Facebook, because on Facebook you can leave comments or whatever. On the comments on the Facebook or Twitter, tell us about how you got an L this week, or you took how you got a dub this week, or you took an L this week.
That's good.
You can call in and do it, or you can do it. I just like interacting with people.
I feel that.
I love people. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I feel everything you're saying. Now, I don't love people all like that. I love people, but I don't know how to really put it in words.
So when Gavin Dawson
I'm moody, dog.
When Gavin Dawson got me started in radio, I told him that I want to do something different than what everybody else is doing. I want to be one of those guys that's hated but loved at the same time. Mm-hmm. I want you to hate me so much that you love listening to me. That's kind of the way I got it now.
Yeah, I think you do, because I hear a lot of people say that.
Yeah, and it's funny that so many people be like they'll argue back and forth with me, but they'll slide me in my DMs. Hey man, do you know anything about this? But at the same time on the Twitter feed,
be trying to hate,
killing me.
Be trying to hate,
be killing me.
Be trying to hate,
killing me. But behind the scenes, they'll send me a DM. Hey man, you pretty connected. Do you know anything about this?
Exactly. I'm like, oh.
But to me, I'm not that type of. I don't take anything personal or serious on social media,
right?
Because I don't know you, so
exactly.
There's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can say to piss me off or get under my skin or something like that. You can call my kid ugly, and I'd be like, okay. I wouldn't care, but I don't know you to do something like that. So I just like interacted with him. So there's nothing anybody can say or do to give me that. But some people, they'll be like, oh man, I just love listening to you. You got some crazy stuff. You got some crazy ideas, but at least you're genuine. I don't try to, somebody's got a bad opinion or whatever. I don't come at them like, oh, you stupid. That's stupid. That doesn't make sense. Or you're a dumbass and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But that's the way I told him.
I feel you. I can't do that either. Like I said, one thing my mother told me before I got into this business, and I think I've stayed true to it, and I'm gonna try to keep on staying true to it. She said, "Don't fight with nobody on the internet. You won't win."
Yeah, you never go fight. There are people who literally come in and say, "We'll start a conversation." They'll be like, "Oh, you're a dumbass, and I hate you." But by the end of the conversation,
they're talking about everything, and they one of the most interactive people on the damn feed.
Right, and they'll just keep talking to me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, but I don't jump down people's throats. That's one thing I don't do.
Right. Well, you a good man. Well, y'all heard it first. Y'all heard this, right? Y'all heard this. Well, you heard Hatcher. You heard Creighton. You heard it. You heard it.
Hatcher's gonna be hard to get. It's very hard to get.
Yeah. I told you I want Creighton. That's my main guy. I want Patrick Creighton, because I always kind of like Creighton, because just coming from the small school, he was a quarterback, and nobody was ever talking about Patrick Creighton, and I liked his little attitude. I love Creighton's attitude, because he had a little attitude, dog, and I like that.
Well, you got some clout now, so he might do it with you.
Well,
your name is known. Your name is being disputed around here in these out here in these D-town streets.
Hey, well, I appreciate that. Keep spreading that name in them streets, big dog.
Like I told you, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm in here playing Call of Duty one day, listening to 105.3, and I hear them talking about Big Game James. I'm like, oh, that's my guy. I know him.
Oh, word? Okay. I like hearing that, Walt.
They were talking about the interview that you just did with I can't remember. It was just yes, it was Ioka. It was. You were talking about Chris Richard's defensive scheme, about how the whole
that went nutty.
He wanted to do something in a certain play or something like that, and they told him pretty much not to do it away. That's not how they played.
It went nutty.
Yeah. That whole thing. So they talked about that the other day on G-Bang Nation.
Okay. Well, like I said, that's what's up. And they gave us a little shout out on the fan. Like I said, and Choppy will be here in a couple weeks. So we'll see how all that goes, and we're just gonna have fun with it and keep on growing. You feel me, big dog?
Again, I would like to apologize early for what RJ Choppy is about to say and do on your show.
That's fine.
I'm forewarning everybody on this page right now. You're gonna hear it. Okay? You're gonna see what guys like me have to go through when you deal with Choppy.
Okay, all right, y'all heard it first. It's about to go down, and we're gonna have a good time with it. But hey, man, I appreciate you.
Ask him, did he go on a run today? Ask him, did he go on a run this morning? He goes, oh, that's crazy. Who runs? You can't flex cardio. That's ridiculous. Ask him. Dare somebody ask him, did he run?
I'm going to holler. I'm going to say, guess what? Walt told me to ask you something. And he going to start laughing as soon as I. As soon as
he's all about his cat. He's all about his calf muscles.
Big calf muscles can't jump.
Listen, man, this has been fun. Anytime you want me to come back on, you let me know.
Okay, for sure, dog. So, hey, we're going to head out here. Shout out to everybody for the donations today. Shout out for everybody show love in the comments. Any new viewers, I appreciate y'all. Shout out for my members. I got 2 new moderators today. If you want to become a member, go to my Silver and Blue Nation page. You'll see it. It's better to go on your desktop or in your laptop because then you can just type in Silver and Blue. You'll see the join button if you want to become a member. I got 3 levels. We're having a good time. I just gave out a Shakeith. Nino just got a hard-ass snapback hat I just sent out to him because I just did a random contest. He just got the hat. He took a picture. I posted on the page. I'm giving away a Trevin Diggs jersey. Hopefully, if I can find one, we're going to give away one this month. And then we're going to continue to have good time funds. I love giving away. I love trying to give back to the people that have supported. So we're just trying to have a good time this whole year. Keep on subscribing. Keep on liking. Keep on sharing. Keep on doing all that. And hopefully, my next big dog interview is going to be with Mr. Creighton, and we're going to have a good time. So we're going to keep on talking about that in the air, and we'll see how it goes down.
2 things before you go.
Yes,
Big
sir.
shout out to James Gray for tuning in, and Ready Red. We do have T-shirts for BFB.
There you go. And Ready Red is my guy. Shout out to you, James Garrett, for being. I don't think I've seen you in the show before, but shout out to you, Big Dog, for giving an honest opinion. And like you said, if you don't like it, that's cool. And just like I have people come on my feed and say I ain't shit, but that's cool. Everybody ain't gonna say I'm good, but just because you say I ain't shit don't mean I ain't. I know I am.
You ain't please everybody in this industry. You ain't gonna please everybody.
Somebody gonna hate you, and that's just the way it is. And oh well. All right, Big Dog, and we're going to head out of here. You stay on here because I'm going to chop it up with you once we go. But we'll talk to you soon. Big Game James, make sure you tune in Tuesday. We'll have another show out tomorrow. But make sure you tune in Tuesday night. It's going down. Darren Woods and Woody. What's up?
Before you go, we always like to say, always do what's best for business. And if we don't see you around, then we'll see you around.
There it is. Hey, appreciate y'all. We'll talk to you soon. Out. Silver and Blue Nation, Walt Chism, best for business. We out. Peace.